I understand you're going into your third year.
Hmm.
You had a breakout season last year with over 1,100 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns on 242 carries. What do you attribute that to?
I say just having a chance of being out there, and because on first year and first couple games, I only had so many carries and so many plays, but having a chance to really go out there and perform, I was able to do that.
And how do you feel going to this year, going to camp?
Just after having a year of experience, a year to learn and grow, just a lot more comfortable going into it. You kind of know what to expect, how to prepare, and just kind of trying to grow and build off of last year.
Now, Rashard, since you have a couple years experience under your belt, you're going to your third year. Do you think you'll be able to surpass last year's numbers, being the fact that you have some experience and you're a little bit more comfortable in your approach?
Yeah, essentially, I'd say so, but it's hard to tell. And you can't really, I really don't get into numbers and things like that. I just prepare myself and whatever I'm asked to do, and just one play at a time, one game at a time, and I'd like to surpass that.
Now, tell us a little bit about the Gridiron Kings, the champion Gridiron Kings.
With the ESPN Rise games, and we're just kind of trying to promote the athletes' creed, champions athletes' creed, and it's basically just instilling sportsmanship and fair play back into sports, and just having fun playing it the right way. And here at the Rise games, we got high schools from all over the country, some of the top football and basketball players in the nation, and just kind of trying to start here with passing this message.
And what's been behind your inspiration to your own contributions with the athletes' creed?
Well, I have a partnership with Champion, but as far as the athletes' creed, it's just you can kind of see it that today the game is starting to turn into a lot of things because of video games and the media, and kids, they see guys celebrating and talking trash. They're kind of starting to emulate that, where it's getting away from the disciplines of the game and all the work and it takes to be successful, and teamwork and things like that that stick with you on the field as well as when you're off the field.
Now, I'm taking a look, and it says 86% of young athletes confirmed they've seen trash talking during games increase as they got older. Is this still in the NFL? Do you still see this increasing as the more years you've been in the NFL?
I feel like in the NFL, once you get to that point, guys are doing what they've been doing their whole lives, and that's part of the game. But at the same time, it's a difference when you're talking about younger athletes, and when you're trying to when it gets away from team, when it gets away from working hard, because at the NFL level, guys are still doing that. They're still working and they're there for their team and things like that. But when it starts to become about a me attitude, when you're more concerned about celebrating than winning games, that's when it starts to get out of hand, and that's where we're trying to reach these young athletes on those things.
Well, it seems like most of the people that do the most winning they don't really come in with the me attitude approach anyways. Would you think the same?
Yeah, definitely. You see the most successful teams are, the teams that work together, the teams that are successful. Because when it's more than one guy playing a game, it's 11 guys out there, and when the guy's all about me, it creates division in the team, which makes it easy for other teams who are more team-oriented to beat.
Now, here's the most interesting statistic I see out of this is that 73% of players admit their athletic peers believe it's cheating only if you're caught. Now, is this something that you've seen yourself?
Say that again?
So 73% of players admit their athletic peers believe it's only cheating if they're caught.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is this something that you would see the whole attitude with your fellow players, or is this, you think that's kind of overblown?
I feel like when you look at that stat, it's kind of like a problem in the mentality of how to play the game and things like that. Because the way the game is played, and even on a bigger picture and a bigger scale, when you talk about teamwork and being selfless, when you leave the arena of football, because not everybody's going to be in the NFL, not everybody's playing in college. When you're talking about getting a job, when you're talking about raising a family and your relationships with people, and if you're trying to take shortcuts and go under the table with things, it never really ends up helping. It always hurts some way, some form or fashion, and that's why we're trying to reach kids younger before it gets to that, a point where it's like that.
So it's more of a social issue than you think more of an NFL or football issue?
I think it's both, as far as on the field and with the game, because you can learn so much from the game if you do it the right way, if you play the right way, and if you respect it. But and that's what we're trying to to get at. And the way you play this game, I feel like is a very close relation to the way you live your life, and being a person of good character, of good judgment, and making a good decision. I feel like they work hand in hand.
Okay, well, hey, Rashard, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. I wish you the best of luck this year with you and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I'm sure it's going to be a fabulous year. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
You have a nice day.
You too.